Hello peeps, I'm Melanie Florence and this is a hot tea for the soul. So I have started this channel 6 months ago, 5 months ago. It's sort of a carryover. I had a Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn, I had Saturn return. So that's had gone for 3 years, since like 2018. So there's been a rumble in my belly for a while. I was doing a job in a call center, all those people who know, that was making me very angry, and I was losing my inner hippie, and that propelled me to leave there. But I've been thinking about it for a few years before, and I'd always known that I really wanted to get back in my tarot reading. And so I guess that's why I started the Facebook page and the group. And then this has moved on to this. And this last year has given me time to invest in me and a bit of self-love in me. And so my journey and my path has led me to a new spot. And I think a lot of people are finding that. They're finding an entrepreneur maybe inside of them. So there's been a lot of changes for me personally in this last year and a half, 2 years. So I really have put this together because there was things about the Greenwood that I've always connected with, and the tarot has always been broken up into elements. So it's broken up into our air being swords. In my deck it's arrows, which is about communication and our mind, and it's about wands. So wands is our faith. I've seen it now in a deck, fairy deck, that has like wands, like and so it's about our faith and our spirit and our passion and our drive. And then there's the cups, which in my deck is still cups, and that's about our our romance and our emotional being, like, and our emotional connections with people. And then there's the earth, which is our material being and our practical world and how we're connected to that. So you might have a lot of different things in your charts which make you look to different elements for different things. So I'm a Capricorn, but I have 5 elements of air and I have 6 elements of fire. So, and I've got 1 element in the back, which is my North Node, which apparently is how you look over your whole world, right? Because our nativity is a whole different thing. When they're talking about the nativity, they're talking about the stars and where they were when Christ was born, and you have your own nativity, where your stars were when you were born. So it all sort of connects, huh? So it's been a deep dive for me to move into this. So I have gone with tea. My mum, while I was developing this, told me that my great-grandmother read tarot, but she read it from a normal deck of playing cards. And she also said Gypsy Tarot. And she also read tea leaves. So it's been in my family. And I like the idea of a tea room, that we're chatting together, that we can sip on a cup of tea. But I also like it that it's hot gossip. So it's the higher consciousness really like zoning in on what we want and what the world and what the elements have got. So my weekly elemental tea has evolved, and I'm trying to keep it down so it's like a 10-minute read. So I'm going to do the Greenwood reading with that, because, you know, that's a real quick journey about where we are and the different placements of our conscious and our subconscious and our challenges and that. And then I break up with our healing element as well, obviously. But I break it up into individual star signs at the end, and then I've got like an chilled iced tea, which is going to be a pick card, healing. I've got what is it? Sweet hot tea, which is a self-love, a love reading. I've got a partnership reading, hot tea, and a passion flower. Our passion and making it flower. And I got a witch's brew, which is a little bit of old wisdom, a little bit of Wicca, a little bit of pagan, a bit of fae, and so that's all sort of in the mix of what I've been doing, and this is ever changing. So I do personal readings, I do big readings, and I do live hookups if you're interested in that sort of thing. So $95, and I do a live hookup, and we can have a big chat about what the higher self, your higher self, has got to say to you, and what energies are surrounding you, because that's what these decks have always been about. These decks have always, for me, these readings are really quite personal, even when, you know, even when other cards come up that might be a person, I often say this actually could be you, because quite often it's you embodying that element and that energy of the card. So I've been reading them for a long time, and I got to know my deck. I got to know the Greenwood like over the years, just personally turning it for me. It's been a big hobby of mine, and it's been something to share, and I'm really happy for people to chat to me about what tarot does and what the cards are about. I read for a hotline when I was younger, in my 20s. I read for a hotline overnight. That was really interesting. And, you know, it's been an expansive thing. Part of this has been for me connecting with other people and seeing what other people do. And it was really funny. I said to the universe, you know, I'd seen other people using like 10 decks or 5 decks and all this stuff. And I was like, I need more decks. And bang, a friend of mine was like, here, I've sent you a gift. And it was massive. And it's expanded my collection. And so this last year has been an expansive year for me, relearning and re-going over. And a lot of these things comes with new elements that I really want to explore what the actual writers of the decks and the creators of the decks have done with them, because you can flick through the cards and go, here's the short, the meaning. But then you've got the deeper meaning of what the card and the deck and the creator has put into it. So I like the combination of using some new age decks and some old wisdom decks connecting with my Greenwood. And some really earthy elements. Like, I love the practical, it is practical magic, it's earth magic. It's a really sweet little deck, and I love that sort of thing, the elements it's providing for us in our daily lives. Like, so it's what I really connect with. I'm Indigenous Aboriginal Australian, and I really connect with earthy elements, and, you know, after a period of really being perhaps disconnected to all of this last couple of years have found me calming down and really connecting with my inner hippie. And my, you know, hippie actually means live your fantasy. So this is about living your world and being congruent, and this is a congruent path for me. So I really am grateful for anybody who has joined me on my path, and those people who have been encouraging me, because there's been a few people that have really been pushing in the sidelines, and I'm so happy and grateful for people who connect with what I've got going on. Because this was about finding my vibe tribe and really connecting with that, and really finding and sharing the love and sort of playing it forward. And I hope that you get something from my readings, and it'd be really great to hear from you. I really would like to hear from you in the comments and stuff. Say hi to me and tell me how you're going, how that does relate to what you've got going on. And I really hope that, you know, it finds a place to connect. I'm finding a place to connect, and that it brings something to the table for everybody to have a talk about and reconnect to, you know, that inner elemental. So my elemental and green elemental witch, urban witch, is that what I am? No, I'm me. But I really hope that I can bring something to you that works for you. And thank you for being here. I'll catch you on the flip side.